Welcome back, guys. This is Mr. David. Last time we talked about the zero product, how to solve quadratic equations using the zero product. Okay. Today we'll be talking about how to solve quadratic equation using the quadratic formula, specifically how to find one element from the quadratic formula called the determinant. Okay. But what is a quadratic equation? Quadratic equation is any equation of this form, ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. It is really important that everything is on the left side of the equal, then we set it equal to 0. We got to remember, okay, a cannot be 0. If a is 0, we don't have a quadratic equation. A cannot be 0, okay? The discriminant is this part of the quadratic equation that you're going to learn later. What does it do? The discriminant is also known as the determinant. It allows you to determine if your quadratic equation has a solution, if it's possible to solve it. And if it has a solution, how many solutions does it have? Is it one solution? Is it two solutions? Or no solution? Or no real solution, okay, in the real world? Okay? So that's what the determinant or the discriminant does. So the discriminant has a formula. We use the Greek letter delta. Delta. We cannot use little d because we use little d already for distance. And we cannot use capital D because later on it will be used for something called matrices. You'll find that in algebra 2. So we decided to use the Greek letter delta. Okay. Delta is b squared minus 4ac. So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So instead of writing discriminant every time, you could just write delta. Okay. Delta is b squared equal b squared minus 4ac. Okay. There are three different ways of finding delta. Right? There are three different values. When delta is positive, okay, that's the first one we will do. When delta is positive, right? Positive, then we know we have two real solutions. Two real solutions. Okay, so if our delta after we do the calculation, it happened to be positive, meaning greater than 0, then we know, oh, okay, we have two solutions. Two solutions or two roots. Okay, two solutions, two roots. Or it crosses your x-axis twice. It crosses the x-axis twice. It means you have two roots. Okay. All right, so let's do an example because that's the best way to really know how this thing works. So example 1, let's find the discriminant for x squared minus 10x minus 11, for example, equal to 0. Okay, so first thing you need to do quickly is step 1. Step 1, your ABC. Step 1, your ABC. A is 1, right? There's 1 in front of x squared, right? There's a visible 1. B, negative 10, right? Remember, B is whatever the coefficient of x is, right? B, see, B is in front of x, so negative 10. And C, you gotta remember, is just the constant. It has no x, no variable in front of it. So C, is right here, negative 11. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, after step 1, step 2, write your formula. Delta equal b squared minus 4ac. B squared minus 4ac. Remember, that's the best way to remember something. You got to write the formula over and over and over, okay? Delta equal b squared minus 4ac. Write it every single time. Don't just keep it in your head. Spit it out, okay? B, what is B? B is negative 10. So I'm going to open up a parenthesis, negative 10 squared minus 4. I'll open up a parenthesis for my A. What is my A? 1 times C. C is negative 11. I'm going to open up another parenthesis. There we go. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. Okay. So what is negative 10 squared? Negative 10 squared is negative 10 times negative 10. 100, right? Positive 100. Okay, negative 4 What is 1 times negative 11? 1 times negative 11 is negative 11. Okay, I'm going slowly, guys. I'm going slowly so you don't get lost. Okay. So let's see again. Equal. Bringing my 100 down. 100. We have negative 4 times negative 11. You guys have to remember, negative times negative is positive. So negative times negative is positive. 4 times 11 is 44. Okay, so you could say 100 plus 44, that's the value of our discriminant. That's the value of our delta. Okay, so delta equal to 144. Okay, so that's an example where delta is positive. Delta is positive. See, it's greater than 0. When that happens, you know right away, oh, my delta is positive. That means I have two real solutions. Two real solutions or two roots. Okay? Really important. Okay. Now let's move on to case number 2. Case number 2, let's say delta is equal to 0. So if delta is equal to 0, right? So 0, instead of positive, I write 0. That means, guys, we have one real solution. One real solution. Okay? That's what that means. One real solution. When delta is equal to 0. Let's see if we could do an example of that. Okay? So let's say we want to find the discriminant. I'll call this one example 2. Example 2. Find the discriminant for 9x squared minus 6x plus 1, for example. Equal to 0. We gotta make sure it's equal to 0. 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. Okay, this one should work. Okay. All right, quick step 1. Okay. Step 1, just like we did for the other case. Okay. Step 1, ABC. A is 9, B is negative 6, C is positive 1. Okay, step 1, quickly. As soon as you find your ABC, which are really easy, see 9, negative 6, and 1, go to step 2. Step 2. Step 2, rewrite your formula, just like you did here before. Delta is B squared minus 4 times A times C. Okay, let's just plug them in. What is A? No, what is B? B is negative 6. So put in the parentheses, negative 6 squared minus 4 times A. A is 9. Okay, 9. And 9 can look ugly. Times C. C is 1. Okay, bingo. Right. What is negative 6 squared? Negative 6 squared is negative 6 times negative 6. So that's positive 36. Minus 4, what is 9 times 1? That's just 9. So you could see 36 minus, what is 4 times 9? 36. Ah, you see, 36 minus 36 is indeed 0. So this works. Right? So 0. So here's our delta. Delta equal to 0. Okay? So guys, anytime delta is 0, we already know, okay, all right, we have only one solution. That's what 0 means. Delta equals 0, that means we have one real solution, only one. Okay? We have one root, one real solution, one root. What does it mean? It means if we were graphing our quadratic function, it crosses the x-axis only once. So it looks like something like this. Okay? Quickly. It could look like something like this. Coming, then it touches the x-axis in one point. Okay, that's what that means. One solution, one root. It touches in one point. Okay? If we look at this one, when delta is positive, it touches in 2 points. Okay, so let's look. We're here. Two solution means if I have my x and y axis, my graph is coming. It crosses the x-axis and it crosses again. So it crosses here and here. See, it touches twice. Two solutions. One solution, two solutions. Here, it touches only one solution. Okay? So there's one more case. Okay? The third case, the last case. One more case. So let's see what that is. We got when delta is positive, when delta is 0. So the last one is when delta is negative. Okay, so let's see what that gives us. Okay, guys. So when delta is negative, right? When delta is negative, that's the third case. When delta is negative, which means less than 0, so I'm going right here, negative. What it means is our graph never touches the x-axis. So it means there's no real solution. Okay, it means no real solution. No real solution. Okay? No real solution. So if we were able to find delta and it's negative, it means it never touches the x-axis. So that means there's no real solution. So let's see if we could do an example. So this time I'm going to give you an example that is a little bit more fancy. Example 3. Example 3, something that will give us a negative. So let's say we have a negative 3x squared plus 6x maybe equal to 4. I'm going to make it a little fancier, right? Equal to 4. Okay? Negative 3x squared plus 6x equal to 4. Well, if we look at this one, I did this on purpose. We don't have 0 on the right side. So what do we want to do? Move the 4 to the left. Okay, so we got to make sure. Okay, so negative 3x squared plus 6x. Move the 4 to the left. So it becomes negative 4. Equal, now we have our 0 on the right. We got to make sure we have 0 on the right. Okay, now what do? Step 1. Who remember? Step 1. Step 1, find ABC. A, B, C. What is A? A is negative 3. What is B? B is positive 6. What is C? C is negative 4. Okay, step 1, quickly. There are only 2 steps. Step 1, step 2. Okay, so we know what to do now. Okay, step 2, what do? We write the formula. Delta equals B squared. Right here, actually, delta equals B squared minus 4AC. Okay, let's plug in. What is B? Always put your stuff in the parentheses. B is 6. Square minus 4. A, I'm going to write in parentheses. C, I'm going to write also in parentheses. A is negative 3. C is negative 4. You see? I make sure my A, B, C are inside parentheses. It's much easier, guys. Okay? It makes your life much easier. What is 6 squared? It's 6 times 6, 36. Minus 4. Okay? What is negative 3 times negative 4? Negative times negative is positive. So 3 times 4, positive 12. Good. Equal 36. What is negative 4 times 12? Negative times a positive is negative. So minus 4 times 12 is 48. 36. Take away 48. Ooh, will that be positive? 0 or negative? Let's give us a negative number, right? So negative 12. You see? Look at that. It's negative. Negative means we have a problem. There's no real solution. We cannot solve it right now. We cannot solve it. Negative means no real solution. No, nada, 0. We don't have any solution. It means when we graph our function, which we will be doing next week, our function will never touch the x-axis. Okay, so there's no real solution. So here's what it looks like. Okay? We are done, but here's what it looks like. We were graphing, let's say happy face. Boom. See, it never touches the x-axis. That's what that means. If I have a sad face, same thing. See, it never touches the x-axis. That means delta is negative. Okay? delta is less than 0. So basically, guys, this is it. Okay? To find the discriminant, remember, what's the formula? Delta, I don't know if I'm doing right, delta equal b squared minus 4ac. I want you guys to memorize this formula. B squared minus 4ac, b squared minus 4ac, over and over. Every single time you have an example, write the formula. Delta equal b squared minus 4ac every single time. The more you write, the easier it is. You guys know the drill. If it's too fast, if you get lost, you know what to do. Rewind and watch it again. Okay? So in summary, if delta is positive, we have two solutions, two real solutions, two roots. Your graph crosses the x-axis twice. If delta is 0, we have one solution, one real root, one real solution. I mean, your graph touches the x-axis once. If delta is negative, if delta is less than 0, negative, that means we have 0 real solution. We have no real solution, nothing. That means our graph never touches the x-axis. Okay? That's it, guys. See you next time.